Hello everybody. This is the journal article video brought to you by Travis Scott, of course. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. What you are trying to do is find journal articles on EBSCOhost off of Corbin's website. Why? Well, journal articles are something you should know about. People with PhDs or doctorates of various sorts, or masters or whatever, will write articles occasionally about a specific verse, a specific issue, and usually journals are maybe integrative, like they would go across disciplines. Someone can just have an idea about something they see in a passage and they can publish it, and if their idea is good, it gets published, and then we can search it on EBSCOhost and find it. So journals can be pretty useful in figuring out what a passage is about, or maybe bringing up some new insights into a passage, and so you should know how to use them. For the exegetical paper, you are required to use 4, but much like doing the word study off of Bible Hub, this is one of those resources that when you're away from Corbin's library, you have access to. And so I would strongly recommend this. Again, when you Google search a commentary off the web, you can find some, and they're free, and you can use them, but there's a reason they're free. They can't make money on them anymore. So that's probably why they're free. Anyway, journal articles are free because people they didn't publish them with the intent of making a book and making money on them. Good example, when I finish my dissertation for my project, that will be something that you could find on EBSCOhost. I'm not going to make money on it, but if you want to know about discipleship and the particulars of my work, you could find it there. So without further ado, let's start working on the journal assignment. Hopefully you have a web browser open so you can do this with me. I'm on insidecorbin.edu. If you're not ready, go ahead and just pause. As you can see, when this video was made, there was concerns about weather alerts. We've had a lot of snow lately. But what we're trying to do is get down here to the resources tab, and we want to go to the library. Go into the digital library. If you want to check out a book, you would use Primo. I'd recommend that. I use that. But otherwise, for this, we are going to use EBSCOhost right here. So clicking on EBSCOhost, you're going to get an idea of all the different databases, all the different journals that you could be accessing. And so if you have a specific discipline, like you're a psychology or counseling person, there would be a lot of journal articles that maybe you haven't really seen or looked through. Same for music, humanities, education. But the easiest way to do these searches, even though this is for a Bible class, is I just always click All Databases. So clicking All Databases, I have a browser window, and what I'm going to search is I'm going to search Philippians 2, 1 through 11. And this is now going to bring up anything that has connection with Philippians 2, 1 through 11. And because it is a browser window, it's very specific that it needs to have Philippians 2, 1 through 11 in the title or description. And as you can see, that only brings up 8 results. But the first title, Confessions of a Shopaholic, should tell you, I'm not sure that this is going to be that helpful. And odds are it's probably not. So we might need to do some thinning or some filtering a little bit. And that's what you're going to see over here on search results, current search. We're going to go to limit it to, and we're going to limit to full text. This is full text right here when you can see that there's a PDF attached. Some of these, as I zoom down, do not have a full text. There's find article, because maybe EBSCOhost doesn't carry that article right now, and so we could try to request it from another source, but that's a waste of your time. So let's not do that. Let's just go back up here to limit and click full text. Let's update. Instead of 8, we are down to 5 resources. Now let's click over here to scholarly journals. This is going to make sure that whatever resources come up are those that we would be considered scholarly. And so when we do that, our 5 resources, has now become 3. Remember, your assignment was to find 4 good articles, and look, we have 3 right here. These could be good. It kind of looks like this Allen article might be up here by Allen, might be the same article down here published somewhere else. So let's be careful of that. But let's click on Philippians 2, 1 through 11 and see what article we have. The author is listed here, Ronald Allen. Its source is an interpretation, and here's the specific issue. And this is something you want to look for. Note this, page 72 to 74. So sometimes when you look for a journal article, this is just a quick aside, it's going to say like page 70 to 142, which means there's 70 pages for you to read to find information. And for most of you, that's too many. But this one, 72, 73, 74, oh, we got that. So we like this article. This is a good one. If you want to click on the full PDF over here, you can see the actual article, and I'll do that briefly, kind of getting us over here. Yes, this is the article. It's only 3 pages, and it appears to be about our passage. Look, right here, I can already show you. According to Philippians 2:6, Christ existed. This is going to have comments. And this is scholarly stuff. And why you should care about that is this is as good as a commentary, and it's free. It's free because the school has a subscription. And so if you can go to Corbin's webpage, you can get access to this anytime. This is good. This is good. And so for the paper, for your exegetical paper, it's good as well. You could print this if you were in the library. You can screenshot it on your phone. You can save it as a PDF. Do what you need to do. This is a good article. Now, for your exegetical paper, you don't have to use this one. I'm just showing you how to find articles in general. If you want to look at dissenting deities, that's fine. If you want to check and see if this third one is the same as the first, you can go ahead. But what are we going to do now? Because we're looking for full text, scholarly journals. We think we found 2 so far, but we need more. Well, let's go back up to the search window here and change our search. Because it's true that if you search Philippians 2... Oh, I've opened something. Okay, sorry. Please hold. If you search Philippians 2, 1 through 11, it has to be an article with that in the title or description. So let's try some different combinations. Let's try Philippians 2, 5 through 11. And when I do that, I have 23. But again, I need to make sure, is full text requested? Is scholarly journals? My first one right here, seeing rape and robbery. Oh my goodness. I don't think that sounds like something that's going to be very helpful. But, you know, some of these other ones might be. A hymn of Christ, Philippians 2, 5 through 11 in recent interpretation. That could be good. There could, an African reading. That could be interesting. So these are just different than commentaries, but they can be really good. Again, you're looking for ones that maybe would be helpful to you, but just so you've seen a couple other ones, let's try Philippians 2:8 specifically. Do we have anything on Philippians 2:8, which I believe is the kenosis passage? Oh, yep. See, the movement of kenosis. By the way, kenosis is that emptying thing that Christ empties himself. So, self-emptying and sacrificed. A feminist critique of the kenosis. Well, that could be interesting. Anyway, brothers and sisters, your job is to find 4 journal articles. What you need to put in the comments B paper is just the titles, the authors, and where they are from. That would be helpful to me. That's all you need to do for comments B, in addition to finding the commentaries and taking the pictures in the library. But for the journal articles, all I need to see is that you have found 4, that they have full text, that they are about some specific aspect of our passage, and that you know the titles. It would be wise when you find these, in my opinion, to save them so you don't have to do this again. But the reason you're doing this is so that later you can access these materials and use them in your content section when you go verse by verse. But the school wants me to show you this, and it's true because this is a resource you can use long outside of the classroom. Using journal articles is a good idea. Hope this video has been helpful, and I will see you guys later.